call is now being recorded.
Okay, so it's time. So let's begin. So in the last class, what we have seen? So intuition to Z transform. So what are the application of Z transform? So what does that mean with respect to a conversion of time domain to frequency domain? In the application point of view, we took an example, and what's the use of this digital signal sampling, and where do we use particularly in control system, then equation related to that, and some properties. In today's class, we are going to solve some sum with respect to this Z transform, and we'll understand the properties also. Okay, so in every question it's like this: find the Z transform of that particular signal, find the poles, and get them ROC. So let's begin with the first problem for today. So the question here is given: x of n is equal to 3, 2, minus 1, 2. So what does this arrow indicate? If they have given arrow, it indicates the value of x of 0 is equal to 2, x of minus 1 is equal to 3, x of 1 is equal to 2, x of 1 is equal to minus 1, and x of 2 is equal to 2. So now we have to find the Z transform of the particular signal, find the poles, and plot them ROC. So first thing what we have to do is we have to write the formula. So Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. So now what is x of n? We have to substitute here. So summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity. What is your x of n? X of n is nothing but 3 into del of n plus 1, because at n is equal to minus 1 it is 3, plus 2 into del of n, because at n is equal to 0 it is 2, minus 1 del of n minus 1, plus 2 into del of n minus 2 into z power minus n. So if you look at this, it is similar to your Fourier transform, where z is equal to e power j omega n. So if you had e power j omega n into 3 into del of n plus 1, what you have to do? You have to directly write it as 3 into e power minus j omega at 3 z to the power of minus n at n is equal to minus 1, plus 2 into z to the power of minus n at n is equal to 0, minus 1 z to the power of minus n at n is equal to 1, plus 2 z to the power of minus n at n is equal to 2. So this is similar to that e power minus j omega del of omega. If it is there, it is nothing but e power minus j omega at n is equal to this one. So this, we have solved that one. Okay, it is similar problem here. Instead of e power minus j omega, we are replacing as z to the power of minus n. That's it. So now we will simplify this one. So this we can simplify as 3z plus 2 minus z to the power of minus 1 plus 2 z to the power of minus 2. So you can write this one as 3z plus 2 minus 1 by z plus 2 by z square. So now what we have to find out? So we have found out our Z transform of the signal. What we have to find out? We have to find out the poles and ROC. So how do we get the poles? Equating them denominator to 0. So now in this equation, you have to take them LCM. So it will be 3z cube plus 2z square minus z plus 2 divided by z square. Now you equate your denominator to 0 to get your poles. So equating the denominator to 0, we'll get z is equal to 0. So we have a pole at z is equal to 0. Then what will be your ROC? ROC is the entire z plane except at z is equal to 0. So you have a pole at z is equal to 0, except at z is equal to 0, your ROC contains the entire z plane. So we will plot that. So you have your z plane here. First, we will plot the given pole. You have the given pole at z is equal to 0. So this is your given pole. Then what is your ROC? Entire z plane. So entire z plane except at z is equal to 0. So I have marked the pole using this cross mark. If it was 0, you should have used Kolimote, that 0 one. Okay. So now how did we solve? We'll see once again. So we have the given signal x of n. First thing, we have to write the formula. Similar to Z transform, we have to substitute this x of n and get the answer. Then what are the two extra steps here? To find the poles, equating the denominator equal to 0, we'll get the poles. And to get the ROC, so here it is entire Z plane except at Z is equal to 0. Okay. So let's move to next problem. X of n is equal to u of n minus u of n minus 10. So what we have to do? First thing, we'll write our mathematical expression and write the formula, get the Z transform, and then plot the poles and ROC. So first let us write our formula. X of n is equal to 1 for n greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 9 is equal to 0 otherwise. So write this mathematical expression always. Okay. So this helps you to solve the problems properly. So what we have, Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. So now what is your x of n? X of n is 1 given the range 0 to 9. So x of n is 1 given the range 0 to 9 z to the power of minus n. So how can we simplify this further? So in mathematics, you have learnt one formula. So what is that formula? Summation n is equal to 0 to k, a of k is equal to 1 minus a power k plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. So using this formula, we can solve this one. Okay. So how can we solve this one? So your k is 9 here, and you can express this as z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n. So that time it will become equal to your a power k. So how can we simplify this one? 1 minus your a here is z to the power of minus 1 and k plus 1. K is 9. So 9 plus 1 divided by 1 minus z to the power of minus 1. So further, how can we simplify this one? 1 minus 9 plus 1 is 10. So z to the power of minus 10 divided by 1 minus z to the power of minus 1. So let me multiply the numerator by z to the power of 10 and divide by denominator by z to the power of 10. Okay. So what we will get? Z to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by z to the power of 10 minus z to the power of 9. So why I am simplifying this one? Why I need to multiply? You'll come to know now. So this further we can do it as z to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by z to the power of 9. I'll bring outside. So it will be z minus 1. So why I brought this equation in this form? I will say now. Because while solving the poles, it will be helpful for you. So this technique, you please note down. Okay. So what is that is? So if you have the formula x squared minus a square divided by x minus a is equal to what you will get, a squared minus b squared, numerator x plus a into x minus a, and denominator will be x minus a. So your denominator term cancel out. Okay. Similarly, x cube minus a cube divided by x minus a. How can we simplify this one? X minus a into x minus a into x squared plus ax plus a squared divided by x minus a. So your denominator term cancels out. Similarly, if you have z to the power of 4 minus a power 4 divided by x minus a, so this term will be equal to x squared minus a squared into s squared plus a squared divided by x minus a. Again, your denominator term cancels out. So what I'm going to, what you want to understand from this three expression is, so if you express in this form, so x squared minus a squared divided by x minus a, you can cancel out this x minus a in the denominator. So you observe this one here. So if you observe here, this equation, z to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by z to the power of 9 into z minus 1. So this is similar to, x to the power of something minus a to the power of something divided by x minus a. So your x here is z and a here is 1. So here it is 2, 2, 3, 3. So your power should be same. So z to the power of 10, here you take 1 to the power of 10. There is no problem because 1 to the power of raised to the power of anything is same. So what happens, your denominator terms, so z minus 1 cancels out. So I have brought this expression in this form. So always, bring in this form and think that your denominator cancels out when you simplify. So why I wrote that is, so we want to calculate the poles. In order to further simplify this, we can directly write, we have pole at z to the power of 9 is equal to 0, which implies z is equal to 0. So we have a pole at z is equal to 0. Okay. In order to get them ROC, so I'll do it here itself for you. So what is your ROC? ROC is your entire z plane except at z is equal to 0. So ROC is entire z plane except at z is equal to 0. It is same as the previous one. So your this is your z plane. So you have the pole at z is equal to 0. Then your ROC is entire z plane except at this point, whatever red color I have marked. So you bring this equation in this form and remember this one. So in your textbook they will give directly, so they'll not explain on what logic they have cancelled that one. So I have explained you this one. Okay, so what have I done here? Given the expression, first write the mathematical expression, then write the formula, substitute what is x of n, then simplify it so that you can get the poles easily. So we have got the poles, then we have plotted the ROC. Same steps we are going to solve the problems here. It's very easy to score marks in this set transform. Okay. So having said that, I'm on the same on the same basis. You take this homework problems. It is easy for you. X of n is equal to u of n plus 1 minus u of n minus 3. Okay. So now let me go to another problem here. X of n is equal to a power of n when n lies between 0 to n minus 1 is equal to 0 otherwise. So let's start solving the problem. So z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies between 0 to infinity x of n z power minus n. So now what is your x of n? X of n is nothing but a power of n. What is the range? 0 to n minus 1. So let us substitute that. Your x of n is a power of n. What is the range? 0 to n minus 1, z power minus n. So how can you, further simplify this one? Summation n varies between 0 to n minus 1, a z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n. So this, it is similar to one formula. How can you simplify this one? So 1 minus a power. So this is similar to summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1 a power n, which is equal to 1 minus a power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. So I have solved many problems with respect to this also. So now I'll write directly. So 1 minus a power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. So this is with respect to formula I have substituted. Then we'll further simplify this one. 1 minus az inverse whole to the power of n divided by 1 minus az inverse. Then how can we simplify this one? So 1 minus a power n z to the power of minus n divided by 1 minus a z to the power of minus 1. So multiply numerator and denominator by z to the power of n. So if you multiply numerator and denominator by z to the power of n, what you will get? Z to the power of n minus a power of n divided by z to the power of n minus a z to the power of n minus 1. So further, how can you simplify this one? So you have to bring it in the form of x squared minus a squared divided by x minus a, or x cube minus a cube divided by x minus a, so that you can cancel the denominator easily to get the pole. So you can further simplify this one as z to the power of n minus a to the power of n. Here in the denominator, z to the power of n minus 1 I will take outside. It will be z minus a. So now it is similar, x to the power of something minus a to the power of something divided by x minus a. We can cancel off this term. So we'll get pole at z to the power of n minus 1 is equal to 0. So let me write the poles for you. We have pole at z to the power of n minus is equal to 0, which implies we have pole at z is equal to 0. So what is your ROC? ROC is again your entire z plane except at z is equal to 0. So it's the same thing. Okay, there is no difference of ROC here. So first you have to mark your pole here, and your ROC is your entire z plane. Okay, except at z is equal to 0. So how did we solve this one? We'll go through it once again. So given the question, what we have to do, the first thing, we have to write the formula. We have to substitute what is x of n, and we have to simplify in terms of some formula like this, like summation n varies from 0 to n minus 1 a power of n 1 by a power n minus 1 divided a to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. And then what we have to do, we have to simplify this term so that our poles will get cancelled there. So then we'll get the poles here. Then we have got this ROC. So yeah, based on the same thing. So in the previous problem, I had done x of n is equal to a power of n, where n ranges from 0 to n minus 1. Here, just instead of a, I have given some number here, half, and n minus 1 I have given 7. So it is the same way you can solve. Okay, technique remains the same. Solve that so that it will be useful for you. Okay, so I think whenever you solve this one, you'll get practice. Okay, so these things will be there in the textbook only, and you can refer those things. Okay, so now what is my major thing is, I have to cover wide variety of problems. Okay, if I cover the same type of problems, it is not fair for you also. So I'm covering a wide variety of problems, similar kind of problems I'm giving you as homework. Okay, so now what is the question here? X of n is equal to half power of n u of n. So how can we solve this one? First we will write the mathematical expression, and then we can solve this one. So what is the mathematical expression for this one? X of n is equal to half power of n for n greater than equal to 0 is equal to 0. Otherwise, you write this side at the side so that while substituting it will be set as a reference for you. So now let us begin the problem. Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. So now what is your x of n? Half power of n ranges between 0 to infinity. So your x of n is half power of n, and it ranges from 0 to infinity. Why from 0 to infinity? Because n is greater than or equal to 0 into z to the power of minus n. So how can we simplify this one further? Summation n varies from 0 to infinity half into z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n. So this is similar to this formula, summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n 1 minus a. But there is a catch in that formula which you have to observe properly. So I'll write that formula for you. So this is similar to this formula, summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a, provided mod a is less than 1. So this condition we have to use for plotting the ROC. So this formula you have, summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n is equal to 1 by a, provided there is also a condition you have learnt in maths, provided that mod a is less than 1. So this is helpful while plotting the ROC. So now let us continue with this problem. So applying this formula to this one, what we will get? A is half z to the power of minus 1. So 1 by 1 minus half z to the power of minus 1. So what is the condition? I will write the condition here. Mod a, which is half z to the power of minus 1, is lesser than 1. So this we will use while plotting ROC. Okay, this will keep it aside as of now. So how can we further simplify this one? I will multiply and divide numerator and denominator by z. So what we will get? Z by z minus half. So this is our ROC. So in order to get the pole, what I have to do? I have to equate them denominator to 0. So let me write them poles for you. So equating them denominator to 0, we will get pole at z is equal to half. Okay. So now in order to get ROC, you have to go to your properties. In your property of ROC, the third property states that if the time sequence is infinite, so since your time sequence, so use this, go to property number 3 of your ROC. So your time sequence is infinite because you have u of n there and positive. The ROC is right sided. So that is ROC lies outside the outermost poles. So we have to use the third property here. So according to that third property of ROC, so if your time sequence is infinite because it is u of n and it is right hand sided, your ROC lies outside the outermost pole. So if I have a, so roughly I will explain the property, then I can plot the ROC for you. So if you have the pole like this, then your ROC will be outside this one. Okay, do not worry, concentrate here what I am doing for ROC. So in order to plot ROC, I told this half mod half z to the power of minus 1 is less than 1 is very important. Okay, so for plotting ROC, what we need? Half z to the power of minus 1 is less than 1. So further, how can I simplify this one? Half, I will write z to the power of minus as 1 by z is lesser than 1. So this we can write it as z, I will take it to the right side. So mod z is greater than half. So this is your condition for ROC. So what is this half? Half is nothing but your pole. So how does the ROC look like? Okay. So don't worry, if you solve some 2 or 3 problems, we will get it automatically. Okay. So when you're seeing for the first time, it might be difficult for you, but try to concentrate here. So this is your Z plane here. So we have a pole at Z is equal to half. So we have a pole at z is equal to half. According to your third property, when the time sequence is infinite, so the ROC lies outside the outermost pole. So you have to write a unit circle here at z is equal to half, and your ROC should be greater than or equal to greater than half. Then, so see here, we have got our condition mod z is greater than half. So your ROC is this green region, whichever I am shading. So z is greater than half. So this is your ROC. Okay, make sure you understand the things here. So we will see the steps once again. What I have done. So first I have substituted the formula. Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z to the power of minus n. Then what is it? Half power of n. Then I have used the formula summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n is equal to 1 by 1, 1 minus a. And I'll get my z. But there is condition and catch in the formula if mod a is less than 1. So using that, we can plot our ROC. So poles equating the denominator to 0, I got as z is equal to half. To get the ROC, I'll make use of this condition mod a is lesser than 1. So half z to the power of minus 1 is less than half. Then I'll get mod z is greater than half. So first we have to plot the pole, and there's a unit circle because it goes according to property number 3. According to property number 3, if your sequence is infinite and right sided, then your ROC is lies outside the outermost pole. Okay, so we have got that condition mod z is greater than half using this one, and we have got our ROC. Similarly, we will solve some other problems here. Okay, so now given the problem, x of n is equal to 2 power of n u of n plus 4 into 3 power of n u of n minus 1. So how can we solve this? First, we will write the mathematical expression. X of n is equal to 2 power of n for n greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise, it is equal to 0. Similarly, for this expression, x of n is equal to 4 3 power of n for n minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. I will take minus 1 that side. So n is greater than or equal to 1. So now let us substitute, write the formula, substitute this one. So z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. So what is our first term here? From it varies from 0 to infinity, it is 2 to the power of n. So term by term we will go. So your first term is n varies from 0 to infinity. So your x of n is 2 to the power of n into z to the power of minus n, plus your second term summation n varies from 1 to infinity. Why 1 to infinity? Here there is a range. For second term I have written. So I will always suggest you write the mathematical expression first. Then what we have got? 4 3 to the power of n z to the power of minus n. So we can simplify this one further as summation n varies from 0 to infinity to z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n, plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity. So this one 4 I'll bring it outside, 3 z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n. So now we will simplify this one using this formula. So this looks like summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n, which is nothing but 1 by 1 minus a, and down you will write the condition if mod a, which is 2 into z to the power of minus 1, is less than 1. So this helps us to plot them ROC easily. Okay, write it in write the condition also below. So when plotting ROC, it will be easy for you. Plus 4 into, so summation n varies from 1 to infinity a power of n is nothing but a divided by 1 minus a. So this is your mathematical formula. So these things you have learnt in mathematics. So when your summation starts from 1 to infinity a power of n is nothing but a divided by 1 minus a. What's the condition again? If mod 3z to the power of minus 1 is less than 1. So if mod a less than 1, again the condition remains the same. So these two things will, it will be helpful when plotting the ROC. Okay, so let me write this one here so that it will be easy for you when you read it. So further, how can I simplify this one? So let's concentrate only on z transform now, then we will go to ROC. So multiply and divide by z. both numerator and denominator. Left hand side I will get as z by z minus 2 plus 4 into 4 into 3 is 12. So let me write 12. So z to the power of minus 1, 1 minus 3 z to the power of minus 1. I'll multiply and divide numerator and denominator by z. So we will get as 12 by z minus 3. So further, how can you simplify? LCM z minus 2 into z plus 3. So z into z minus 3 plus 12 into z minus 2. So now, this is your z transform. So now what we want to get? We want to get the poles and we want to get them ROC. So how do we get the poles? Equating them denominator to 0. So z minus 2 is equal to 0 and we have got pole at z is equal to 0. And here z plus 3 is equal to 0. We have got z is equal to minus 3. So these are the, sorry, z is z minus 3. Okay, so this one is z minus 3 here, if you can observe. So z is equal to plus 3. So we have got poles at 2 and 3. Then what we want? We want ROC. So as I told, ROC, we will make use of these two conditions. The first condition is mod 2z mod of 2z of z inverse is less than 1 and mod of 3z inverse is less than 1. So using these two conditions, we have to plot our ROC. So how can we write this expression? 2 by mod z is less than 1 and mod z is greater than 2. Similarly, our right hand side term 3 by mod z is less than 1 and mod z is greater than 3. So if you go to the property here, when your sequence is right hand sided, your ROC lies outside the outermost pole. So what is the outermost pole here? 2 or 3? It is 3. So let me plot the ROC for you. So you have pole set z is equal to 2 and z is equal to 3. So let me take next page for that. Okay. So what is the condition for ROC? We have got mod z greater than 2, mod z greater than 3. So according to your properties of ROC, it should lie outside the outermost pole. Okay. So first I'll write this z plane for you. Then I will plot the pole at z is equal to 2 and z is equal to 3. So you have a unit circle at z is equal to 3 and then your ROC lies outside the outermost pole according to the property, which is outermost pole is 3. So z mod z is greater than 3. So this region is your ROC. Make sure you write it neatly. Since this is a digital code, it looks somewhat okay. So based on the same thing, I have given one homework problem for you. So there I have taken as 2 to the power of n in the previous problem. Here minus 1 to the power of n, 1 to the power of 3 by. Just I was changed the numericals, but the technique is the same. Okay. So let me go to a standard definition of this z transform here. So these problems are standard. So a power of n u of n or minus a power of n u of minus n minus 1, you have to remember this thing. So whenever, if anybody asks you what is z transform of a power of n, a power of n u of n, you should say them directly as z by z minus a. So these things you'll be using in inverse Fourier transform regularly. So you have to remember some of the things. Okay. So a power of n u of n and a power of n u of n minus 1 or those kind of things, because while taking the inverse it will be easy for you, and also in control system these things will come. Okay. That time do not blame me, sir has not told us to memorize and all. You have to remember some of the things. Okay. Just like your trigonometric formula, this Fourier transform formula of standard functions and z transform of standard function, it should be there like a table. You make a chart, yeah, morning, like every day you read that one, so that it will be in your mind until your engineering is done. Okay. So let us solve this one. So we have z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. So what is your x of n? A of n. So your, since it is U of n, I can write it directly. Your range, it will vary from 0 to infinity. X of n is nothing but A of n, z to the power of minus n. So further, how can you simplify this one? Summation n varies from 0 to infinity, a z to the power of minus 1 whole to the power of n. So this is similar to this summation n varies from 0 to infinity, a power of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a. So this is nothing but 1 by 1 minus a. What is the condition? Condition is mod a lesser than 1. So this helps us in solving the ROC. So how can you further simplify this one? Multiply and divide by z. So you'll get as z by z minus a. So in order to get, the poles and ROC, same procedure. So I'll write it here. In order to get the poles, equate them denominator to 0. So z minus a is equal to 0. We have pole at z is equal to a. So now, then what we want to get? We want to get the ROC. In order to get the ROC, we will make use of this condition. Mod a z to the power of minus 1 is less than 1. So a by z is less than 1, or mod z is greater than a. So how does your ROC look like? So your ROC will be, so you have a pole at z is equal to a, and you have a unit circle there, and according to your z transform, it should lie outside the outermost pole. So mod z is greater than a. Okay, so it's simple. Since you have solved complicated problems this before this, so this problem is simple, and this is the, like, standard problem also. Okay. Okay, so now let me go to another problem here. So what we got, x of n is equal to minus a power of n into u of n minus 1. So let me write the mathematical expression first. X of n is equal to minus a power of n, or, so let me take this as u of minus n minus 1. Okay, so so that there will be thrill in solving. Otherwise, u of n minus 1, it will be boring. So minus n minus 1 is greater than 0, minus n is greater than 1, or n is lesser than or equal to minus 1. So now let us substitute in the formula and let us solve. So z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity, x of n z power minus n. So what is your n range? It is less than minus 1. So n varies from minus infinity to minus 1. So what is your x of n? Minus a power of n z to the power of minus n. So whenever minus comes in your limit, what you have to do? We have to replace n by minus n. So these things we have done previously also. So replace n by minus n. So what happens when you replace n by minus n? I'll take this minus outside first. So your limit changes. So n is equal to 1 to n is equal to infinity. Because we are replacing n by minus n, it is 1 and this is infinity, and your limit changes. And this will be a power of minus n and z to the power of n. So this further, how can we simplify? Minus summation n varies from 1 to infinity, a to the power of minus 1 z whole to the power of n. So this further we can simplify this one as summation. So this looks in the form of n is equal to 1 to infinity a power of n, a by 1 minus a. So minus it is there here, don't forget that one. A divided by 1 minus a, provided what is the condition? Mod a lesser than 1. Okay, so this will be helpful in solving ROC, and then we can use this term to find our z transform. So this we can write it as minus z divided by a minus z. So what I have done there? Multiply numerator and denominator by a here. Okay, I'll write it here. Okay, so that it simplifies to this form. Further, we can write this one as z by z minus a. I'll take minus from common from denominator so that we can express our pole nicely. So how do we get our poles? Equating them denominator to 0. So z minus a is equal to 0, z is equal to a. So now to find the ROC, what do we need? We can use this condition. So ROC is nothing but mod of a to the power of minus 1, z is less than 1, which implies mod z is lesser than a. So how can we plot this one? So here observe mod z is less than a. So this is similar to your property number 4. When you have infinite sequence and your sequence is negative, then your ROC lies to the innermost pole. So using that fourth property, so mod z should be less than a. So how does your ROC look like? So just observe here. So this is your z plane. First thing what we have to do, we have to plot the pole. We have pole at z is equal to a. Then according to ROC, mod z is lesser than a. So we have them unit circle here. And where does your ROC lie? Mod z is lesser than a. So it is lesser than. So this will be your ROC. In textbook, they will give you know directly these kind of things. You will not understand. So make sure you understand the things. Okay. So I'm solving step by step, making writing the formulas here and making you understand. Okay. Having said that, we will go to the last problem for today, and let's wind up because it's already afternoon, and I think most of you are hungry also like me. So what's the question here? X of n is equal to 2 to the power of n u of minus n plus 3 to the power of n u of minus n minus 1. So first thing what we have to write, we should write them mathematical expression. So x of n is equal to 2 to the power of n for minus n greater than or equal to 0, or you can write n is lesser than or equal to 0, taking this notation that side. Then for other term, x of n is equal to 3 power of n for minus n minus 1 is greater than 0, minus n is greater than or equal to 1, or n is lesser than or equal to minus 1. So I have taken this minus to the right hand side so that our notation becomes easy. So if you write this mathematical expression, it will be easy to solve. Okay. So let us solve. Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z to the power of minus n. So what we have to substitute? We have to substitute the limits. So n varies from 0 to infinity. What is your x of n? So I have made a mistake here. So n is lesser than or equal to 0. Okay. So what should be your limits? N varies from minus infinity to n is equal to 0. So what is your x of n? X of n is 2 to the power of n into z to the power of minus n plus summation n varies from minus infinity to minus 1. So if you write this mathematical expression, it is easy for us to solve. X of n is nothing but 3 power of n z to the power of minus n. So now if you get minus term, what we have to do? Replace n by minus n. So replace n by minus n. So if you replace n by minus n, what happens? Your limit changes. So summation n varies from 0 to infinity. So it will be 2 to the power of minus n into z to the power of plus n plus summation. Here n is equal to 1 to infinity because you're replacing n by minus n. So it will be plus infinity and plus 1, and your limit changes. So this will be 3 power minus n and z to the power of n. Okay. Now we can further simplify this one as summation n varies from 0 to infinity 2 to the power of minus 1 z whole to the power of n plus summation n varies from 1 to infinity 3 power minus 1 z whole to the power of 1. So now this is according to the formula summation n varies from 0 to infinity a power of n. So this is according to the formula summation n varies from 1 to infinity a power of n. So let us simplify this one. So what is this one? 1 by 1 minus a. What I told you, write the condition below provided mod a is less than 1 plus what is the second condition? Summation n varies from 1 to infinity a power of n, a by 1 minus a, because here n is equal to 1 to infinity, not 0 to infinity. So your 3 inverse into z divided by 1 minus 3 inverse into z. What is the condition? 3 inverse z is less than 1. So first we'll keep this aside. When ROC comes, we will see. We'll simplify this one. So multiply and divide by z. So it will become, so multiply and divide by 2 here for the first term. And for the second term, since it is 3 inverse, multiply and divide by 3. So what we will get? 2 by z minus 2 plus z by z minus 3. So how can we further simplify this one? LCM. Z minus 2, z minus 3. So 2 into z minus 3 plus z into z minus 2. Okay. So what we want now? So we have got our z transform here. We want poles. So we get poles as 1 minute. Okay, I have made a
2
mistake
minus z.
somewhere. Huh?
It's 2 minus z, not z minus 2.
Oh,
2
okay, okay.
minus 6.
Yeah. Sorry. So I think here also it could be 3 minus z then. Sorry for that. Thank you. I'm hungry now, so everything I'll make wrong. Sorry for
Same
that.
here, sir.
Okay. Actually, your signal system should be morning first hour. It will be good because it has mathematics, right? Okay. Okay. So it is 2 minus z and 3 minus z. So sorry, I did not see the chat also. So 2 minus z is equal to 0. So we get z is equal to 2 and 3 minus z is equal to 0. We get z is equal to 3. So these are the two poles. So now to plot the ROC, we have to use this two condition. So I will go to this next page and I will solve there so that it will be easy for you to refer. So what are the two conditions we have got? 2 to the power of minus 1 mod z is less than 1 and 3 to the power of minus 1 mod z is less than 1. So mod z is less than 2 here, and here you will get mod z less than 3. According to ROC fourth property, it should lie to the innermost pole. So first we will plot the poles here at z is equal to 2 and z is equal to 3. Your ROC should be mod z is less than 2 and less than 3, which is least. Mod z is less than 2. So we have our unit circle here and you have mod z is less than 2. Okay. According to your fourth property. This one. Okay, guys, I think it's time. I think you all have a break and then, do whatever you want. So we have solved a well number of problems in this Z transform. In next class, we will continue with these problems and we will see whether we can do some with respect to some properties of Z transform, some problems in the next class. Till then, bye.